Hello and welcome to another Behind the Scenes on Sea of Thieves, where today we're talking about the cutesy wootsy little pets. And today I'm joined by Mike Chapman and Josh Mitchell, and we're going to talk all about what they are and why we brought them to the game. So, why did we decide on pets?
Pets has been one of those kind of requests from a community for quite a while, and I think there's so many ways that we could have kind of realised pets in Sea of Thieves. But when we kind of looked at what the feature could be and how it could be represented in our game, we really wanted to go beyond the idea that the pets were just an extension of the pirate. They were just like a cosmetic that followed you around. We loved the idea that they could become like a sidekick, and also the sense that they could feel like another member of the crew. So when we looked at pets, we wanted them to have, beyond the expected functionality, like being able to name them, being able to customise them with outfits, we wanted them to have behaviours that made them feel like they were alive and they were part of the crew.
So what can we expect from some of these behaviours, Josh?
Well, we wanted them to feel like they were their own creatures, like the ship was their home, and then when you went out on adventures, they would follow you, and they would want to be with you and experience the thing you're experiencing, fighting skeletons and going quests.
So what are some of those mechanics that we can expect? I know one of them is like, when you do emotes, they also do emotes, is that correct?
That's true, yeah. Whenever you do an emote, they're going to recognize what you're doing, and they're going to kind of join in, like you play an instrument. They will dance, etc.
And so what can we expect of this from a social mechanic?
That was kind of a big part of why we wanted to bring them to the game, was the opportunity they could become like a toy for the crew. So even if you yourself haven't purchased a pet, you could still come across players in the world that own a pet, or you play on a crew that has a bunch of pets, and you can see them, you can also interact with them. So rather than the idea that they're just following a character, they can go and hang out on positions on the ship. So sometimes they make their presence known and they'll come and sit by you on the helm, or maybe they'll fall asleep on the bed, or they'll go and hang out near the ship's bell. They're kind of having their own little life on the ship at the same time, but they'll also get scared. So if a kraken spawns, or you see a megalodon, or your ship gets hit by cannon fire, the pets are going to react the way you'd expect. And the animation team has done such an incredible job with making the pets feel alive, right? I mean, the way the pets react when you hold them in the hands. The parrot will kind of shake its head and ruffle its feathers. The monkey will go to pick its nose, or it'll go to dance when people play music. I think it's all part of trying to create this sense of these living, breathing creatures that are now a member of the crew, and they can drive interesting interactions between players.
What are the animals that we did choose to start with, and why?
So if you think about pirate fantasy and what you'd first expect for pirates to have as their animals, we wanted to go with parrots and monkeys first. But there's multiple breed types. So for the parrots, there's the macaw, and that's that classic tropical parrot that you've seen in all these pirate movies. There's also the parakeet, this cute little parrot, and he looks so different to the kind of the main look of the macaw. And for the monkeys, there's the capuchin first, who that monkey is more like that classic monkey that you've seen in kind of pirate movies. And compared to the capuchin, we've also got the Barbary monkey, and those are bigger, and they look very distinctive compared to the capuchin. So we wanted to give players distinctive looks. So if you wanted a parrot, there's kind of two to choose from, and then there's two to choose from within the monkeys.
Sea of Thieves is a cosmetic-driven game, right? How do we plan to move forward with that stuff?
So for each breed, we're going to have its own outfit that you can pick from. And then within each breed of monkey and parrot, we're actually going to have different colors. So every player can choose sort of which monkey or parrot they identify with, and like which one's going to be theirs specifically.
Yeah, and I think that plus the ability to name your animal, it really gives that sense of that's your parrot, that's your monkey, that's your little kind of friend that accompanies you on all these adventures.
Yeah, we've had some creative names in here.
Yeah, I think Thank You Mike Chapman was my favourite.
That's a good one. Big Monkey was also.
When we're talking about pets, how does the player interact with it? How do they choose their pet? Where do the pets come from? How do we move around the ship with them?
Right outside of the Pirate Emporium, there's going to be a pet chest on the ground. And you can access your pet from there on any outpost. Or on your ship, we also have a new interaction chest, which is going to be the pet chest. So you can go in there, you can choose which pet you want to bring out of yours, which outfit you want it to be wearing, and then you can name it from there as well. So once your pet is out of the chest and it's with you in the world or on the ship, you can pick it up, you can pet it, you can bring it around, show it off to people. And then around the ship we have certain hangout spots, many of which will be perch spots as well. So like around the helm, There's spots you can just put your pet while you're on the wheel, over the bow, pretty much all over the ship. You could just have them there and they'll stay there. So if you want to leave the ship, they'll be there while you're on your adventures if you want to be sneaky or whatever.
We've also got the pet cages, right? So long-time players of Sea of Thieves will know that we've always had these pet cages in the galleon's captain's cabin, and we've now made these interactable. So you'll be able to go up to the latch, kind of interact with it, the door will open, you'll be able to place your pet inside and you can shut them inside. So if you want to keep tabs on them and know where they are, you can put them in these cages, and that's gone down really well with our insiders. So we've actually placed those cages in the brig and also in the sloop. So no matter how you choose to play Sea of Thieves, you've got this designated place where you can place the pet.
We've discussed today what we're going to expect at launch for pets. What can we expect in the future?
So this is very much just the start. Like, as you can imagine, there's a bunch of awesome things that we want to do around the pets, especially in terms of the options for different pet types. And sure, if players, long-term players of Sea of Thieves, they've seen older trailers, they've seen different animals, and I think just the idea of different things that could be on the ship with you, absolutely you're going to see that. And also more customization options, more outfits. But this is just the start for pets. You're going to see the options that you have available to you expand as we proceed over the next months.
Well, thank you very much for the insight, guys, and you'll all be able to get your hands on pets when they come out with the Smuggler's Fortune update on the 11th of September. See y'all soon. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you liked what you saw, then there's a wealth of content already on our channel and there's lots more to come, so subscribe and click that little ship's bell for all those notifications. Cheers.